Far. Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Looking to throw on second down. Far. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finds his receiver, Watson. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on second down. Far. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, break.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Tiger, 19, Warriors, 17.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
There he goes, left side. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Right side to Watson.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Far. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, check that, street.
Off play action. Far.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, break. Check contact. Go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
These 2 teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Ready, set.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. operating from the gun. Far. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be... He's got a man, complete! And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Bears at 7-1 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Dragon 60. Check pass, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Come on. Hit! 79 Broncos!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Far. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay.
19 strike, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Back to throw now on first down. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man completes it to Claypool. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
He's at the 50. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Going up top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the Next Gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now first and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bears are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Drop 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Dillon is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away
from the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Ready?
On 1st down, far. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
79 Broncos.
They'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Favre. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Throwing on first down. Favre. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
To throw on second down. Favre fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The corner blitz pays off. There is a sack and for a loss of 5.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Looking to throw. Far.
That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And complete once again to Watson.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Far. Escaping the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. And a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Packers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
60 Maverick.
He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively, and boy, having that 3rd timeout would have... And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lion. Buffalo 18.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got room. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Mustang 19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Deputy Rangers.
They'll look to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Here we go. 79 Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking, trying
Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did that? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Green Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but